Alright, so the Paladin is ready for primer. I did a little bit of extra sanding and then didn't really see any place that really needed any putty after I did the sanding, so we should be good on that. The only thing I had to mask off was this forward sensor window right here, and then everything else is ready to go for primer. Then I got all the little stowage parts and the road wheels all ready to go as well. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to start priming this using my Steino Res black primer right in here, and then after that's all done, we'll start the pre-shading on that and get that done probably next time, because also while I'm at the booth I'm going to spray down the sofa with the semi-matte coat, so that's ready for final weathering on that as well. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to spray this down with primer, get that all primed and ready to go, and then I'll be back in 1 second once we're ready to start putting the pre-shade down. Alright, just a quick update on the Paladin, and got it all primed up using the Steino Res black resin or black primer, sorry, on here, and then I went after that I went and did some pre-shading with the MRP white, MRP 004 on that. So we got the main hull right there, and then the turret right here, again starting to look really nice on this. When I was doing this, I'm like, this would really look cool as like a Snow Panther or something like that, painted like this. But so we got it pre-shaded, and then after this I'm going to be hitting it with the MRP Desert Tan FS 33446 MRP 080 for the whole thing, and I also got the road wheels and everything pre-shaded as well. So we're going to go on and get this color painted, and that's going to be the main color of everything on there. So moving right along, getting all that done, and then after that color's painted, I'm going to go in and do some detail painting on everything else. So I'll be back once I have the Desert Tan all painted and show you also the road wheels as well. So I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, and we are back, and the decals on the Paladin are all done. The great thing about armor kits are there's very few decals. I was able to get the decals done in about 20 minutes on this kit, because there's a total of I think like 10 total decals, versus on an aircraft which can take me up to a whole week to get done on decaling. So just a couple like on this side right here, and then on the back, and then we got some lift ones right in here, and then nothing on this side as well. And then just on the turret we have the barrel name right here, Bassmaster, on both sides, and then the identifier right in there. So, and this antenna broke off. I do have it. I'm just going to glue it on after everything's done. So up next, I'm letting the decal set dry. After that's dry, I'm going to hit the decals with a gloss coat to seal everything in. And then after that, we're going to do a panel line over everything that needs panel lining, and then hit that with another clear coat, and then we'll start with the weathering. So we're moving right along on this, and we'll see hopefully end of this week, next week we should be done. So I'll be back once I start with the panel lining on this kit. Alright, we're back with the Paladin, and as you can see, we are almost done. So got all the stowage on and everything, and all I got left to do is the final weathering with the dust and oils to make it dirty. One of my bags just fell off, but I can glue that back on. But again, starting to really look good. I'm really glad that I continued with this kit and didn't make it a flying tank, even though there are a lot of airs in it. I think it still does look pretty good, especially for a shelf queen going on here. So again, All I got to do is I'm going to add some streaking in it, kind of fading off this oil, and some chips, and then some dust and everything on here, and then this one will be done. So really glad to see the barrel still works too, so that's nice. But yeah, so all I got to do is re-glue this bag and then start the oils and dust and all that fun stuff, and also add a couple antenna wire that go here and here, and I'm going to cut that off with maybe some brass wire if I have it or something. So we'll figure that out tomorrow, but until then, I'll be back. Hello everyone, and it's time for the final review of the AFV Club M109A6 Paladin. And this kit, I can say during the construction of it, it was an absolute nightmare at the beginning with the lower hull section, and the brace for the barrel were absolute nightmares to put together. But everything else on here went together fairly well. The straps for the water cans and all that, I gave up on those. I could not get those to work. And then everything else on here went together very well. The rubber tracks were actually very nice. They went on with no issues. Took paint very well. So I had no issues with that. The baskets on the back were a little bit of a headache to put together. But other than that, I mean, the kit it's one of those kits that likes to fight you, but then it goes together pretty well. But other than that, I would highly, if I had the choice, I would go over with the, I think it's Tacom or Meng that does the other Paladin. I would go with one of those. I would spend the extra 30-40 bucks and go with one of those instead of the AFV Club. The stowage set was from Black Dog Resin. That stuff went together. I mean, all you have to do is sand off the casting blocks and you can paint those and add those on, so no issues with any of that. But moving right along, so the decals on here, very few decals on here, just the Bassmaster and the Division notes on here, and a couple of lift, but that is it on that. And then on the other side, as you can see, a little bit of decals and adding on weathering. So for the weathering, I use the AK Dust Effects to add dust, and also the AK Scenics Desert Sand to add some more. And then I used some AK Real Paint dark gray for the chipping on here as well. So there's not much to this kit. I do have the antenna wires to add on to back here. I just remembered about those, so I'll get on with that after this video. But other than that, I'm glad this kit is over. Time to move on to my next project. The Catalina is starting to move on very well, and then with the secondary project I'll be working on, the smaller project I'll be working on, is the vote is over for that tomorrow. So if you haven't gone to vote for that yet, head over to my posts, and there's a poll. It's between the M1A1 Abrams from Rifle Models or the Panavia Tornado from Italeri, or the Kitty Hawk HH60H, which I'll be converting to a Coast Guard MH60T. So right now the poll is tied for first place with the MH60T and the Panavia Tornado. So head on over there, vote, and let's see what my next secondary project is with the Catalina. So I hope you enjoyed the whole build of this Paladin. I didn't do a whole lot with the weathering on video because I am just learning how to do weathering on a on a tank or on armor, so I didn't want to do any of that and have any people that are new to modeling learn any bad habits or get anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Hit that bell button for notifications of when I post future videos. And until next time, have a great day, stay frosty, and model on.